guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Easily Deceived, Uncomfortable Conversations in the Car, and I am your host, Mikey. And these videos are basically my thoughts, my views, my opinions, my observations about different random things that I think about while I'm out on the road driving. So, welcome. If this is your first video that you've ever watched and first time seeing my face, hello and welcome. If you have been following me from the very beginning, I definitely appreciate you and welcome back. So, today's video, this is my second video for today. But what I had meant to do, I forgot to do this morning when I did my first video. So I said, let me come back because I need to share an update. Yes, that is right, an update. So, if you guys remember, or if you seen the video I did maybe last week sometime, I want to say maybe Wednesday, but it's the what would you have done video, like how would you have handled it video. So if you haven't watched it, go back and watch that video before you watch this one so it'll all kind of make sense to you. But I wanted to give you guys an update on that video because it blew my mind. All right, so let's get into the video. All right, so if you haven't watched the video, again, stop this video, go back and watch the one titled, what would you have done, or how would you have handled it? I can't remember what I titled it, but go back and watch it and then come back and watch this one. But if you already watched that one, I have an update for you guys, all right? Just to give a quick recap, I was doing, at my second job, doing security at the Great Value store, and, the Caucasian family came in with the little black boy, little white boy, little black boy, and that's, the whole situation where the dad was being a little aggressive to the little black boy, but wasn't showing the same energy to the little white boy. So I did a whole video about it. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's definitely worth the time to click on it and watch it. But I have an update, guys. Yes, so what's today? Today is Monday. So on Friday, I was at work again, and it was about maybe 9 o'clock. So I'm just standing there, doing my business, and this man just shows up, and it's like when I look one way, and then when I look back, he was like in my face, and he said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, "Of course I do," because it was the dad. It was the dad from the other night, right? That was with his family with the little black boy. So I said, "Of course I remember you." And he said, "Can we talk? Do you mind, if we talk?" I said, "Sure, we can have a conversation. No problem." I said, "Do you want to talk here, or would you like a little bit more privacy?" He said, "Can we, step back a bit?" So we stepped back and we went and, kind of off from the crowd or whatever. So he said, "I just wanted to let you know that what you said about the little black boy being adopted really offended me because that's my grandson." He said, "I have a black daughter." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, I didn't know that. I had no way of knowing that that was your grandson and that you have a black daughter." So, because what I said to him was, you probably shouldn't have adopted him because he's not acting the way you thought he was going to act. So I assumed the little boy was adopted because he's a black boy with a white family. So that was my bad for, assuming the wrong thing. But like I told him, I said, off of first glance, that's what I assumed. So he said, "Yes, that's my grandson. And the little white boy is my wife's grandson." So I said, "Okay, all right." So that explains that. He said, "And I just wanted to let you know that they have been misbehaving all day." He said, "We've gone to several stores. We went to the Halloween store." Yeah, it was Wednesday. It was the day before Halloween. He said, "We went to the Halloween store and they were acting up in there. They were just being rambunctious, being loud and all that." He said, "And yes, I was a little frustrated." He said, "I had a bad day at work. I was tired and they were just really getting on my nerves." And, he said, so I just wanted to let you know that. Now, here's my thing. First and foremost, you don't have to let me know anything. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm not the judge or the jury. I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a woman who got involved in something that she felt was wrong. So, but you didn't owe me an explanation, So anyway, he said, I just felt like I needed to come back up here and tell you and explain that to you. I said, well, okay, well, thank you I appreciate you explaining that to me and everything. He said, and even my wife said that I was being a little bit too loud or too aggressive, towards I'm going to call him his grandson, towards his grandson, and she even mentioned it to him as well. So he said, I just wanted to, apologize, for, what I may have said that was out of bounds. Now, the dad didn't say anything to me. It was the son that had actually told me to mind my business, right? So, he said, I just wanted to apologize. I just wanted to make sure that we're okay. I just wanted to explain to you what had happened. And all this time, I'm just looking at him like, wow, I can't believe you came back up here to, to talk to me, which I thought was really cool that he did take the time out, because that lets me know that what I said to him really must hit him in his heart. You know what I'm saying? It really must have pricked him enough for where he thought about it. Like, this happened on a Wednesday. He came back up here on a Friday. He very well could have came back up here the next day. You know what I'm saying? But no, he waited like the whole weekend to come back up there, and then, came back up there after the fact. So I'm like, I'm standing there, and I said, well, you know what? I appreciate, you apologizing. I said, but let me explain something to you. I said, first and foremost, I didn't do it out of a race thing. I said, I did it because you were not being aggressive or agitated with the little white boy. I just saw you being aggressive with the little black boy. That's why I said something. I said, now let me explain. If it would have been a different scenario, if we would have flipped the whole script and would have been a black family with a little white boy, and the dad was mistreating the little white boy, I still would have said the same thing. I would have gotten involved, because it has nothing to do with race. It has something to do with, that's a child, and the child doesn't have a voice of its own. And so I'm glad that I did say something, because that lets me know that it held him accountable. It made him aware of what he was doing enough to where he felt like he needed to come up here and explain to me, right? So I just thought that was, it was weird at first, but then it ended up really cool, because he shook my hand. He said, I apologize. I apologized as well, if I overstepped my boundaries, if I offended him or anything like that. But I didn't apologize for what I did. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to offend him by saying, the little boy may have been adopted when it was his grandson. And he said he was offended. That wasn't my intention, was to offend him. My intentions was to let him know, hey, I see what you're doing, and you need to straighten it up, right? So he apologized. I apologized. He also said, my son apologizes for, getting aggressive with you. I said, that's no problem. I said, I'm not going to apologize for what I said to your son, because the same thing I said to you, I said to him, and I meant it. Okay? I meant it. So we shook hands. He shook my hands. He said, we're cool. I said, we're cool. And then he even gave me like a slight little hug or whatever, because I already know what it is. He knows he shops in that store all the time, right? He knows that he will probably run into me again. So he wanted to make everything right, which is cool, because I don't have no problem with nobody. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he came up there and apologized or wanted to explain to me lets me know that what I did was the right thing. So I thought that was pretty cool, So the next time that he comes in with his family and the little boy, you know what I'm saying? I'll be a little bit more gentler, and hopefully he will be as well. He won't be, aggressive and aggravated with the little boy. You know what I'm saying? But at least we're now on one accord. We're on the same page. He knows what I felt. You know what I'm saying? I know how he felt, and all is right with the world. So, good things do happen. The world is full of so much hate, and people, being angry with one another, and everybody wants to make it a race thing, a black and white thing. It's not a black and white thing. It's a right or a wrong thing to me, okay? So I just wanted to give y'all that update. I thought it was really cool and worth sharing. So drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about, you know, the whole encounter of it all. So that's going to end today's video. I think I'm done for the day because it is quite messy out here. It's very, very nasty. It's raining. I'm ready to get off this road and get to the house. But thank you guys for watching this video. And again, if you have not watched the first video, stop this video and go back and watch the first video so you can get caught up on what's going on. All right, I love you guys. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And the next time I have an update, I don't want you to miss it. All right, so enjoy your day. Later.
So beware, she's scared of loving me. So beware, she's scared of committing.